2, 1.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your king. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
I was dead to begin with. This must be thoroughly understood, or nothing that I am about to relate will seem in the least bit wonderful. The register of my burial was signed by the clergyman, the Clarke, the undertaker, and the chief mourner, Scrooge. Scrooge's name was good upon the change for anything he chose to put upon it. Oh, but he was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, Scrooge. A squeezing, retching, grasping, scraping, covetous old sinner. Hard and sharp as a flint, for which had never struck out a generous fire. Secret and self-contained, and solitary as an oyster. Scrooge never painted out my name. There it stood years afterwards above the warehouse door, Scrooge and Marley. And so on this Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sits busy in his counting house. It is cold, bleak, biting weather, foggy withal.
Afternoon, Bob. Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Humbug.
Christmas? A humbug, Uncle? You don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do. Merry Christmas. What right have you to be merry? What reason have you to be merry if poor enough?
Come then. What right have you to be dismal? What reason have you to be morose? You're rich enough.
Humbug.
Oh, come on, don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be when I live in such a world of fools as this? What's Christmas time to you but a time for paying bills without money? Time for being a day older, not an hour richer. If I could make my way, every fool who goes around with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and pierced with a stake of holly through his heart.
Oh, Uncle.
Nephew, please keep Christmas in your way. Let me keep it in mine.
Keep it? But you don't keep it.
Then let me leave it alone then. Much good it do you. Much good it has ever done you.
There are many things from which I might have derived good, by which I have not profited. Christmas, I dare say, among the rest. But I'm sure I've always thought of Christmas time when it has come as a good time, as a kind and forgiving and pleasant time. So therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good, and it will do you good. And I say, God bless it.
We hear from you again, and you can keep Christmas by losing your situation. Oh, you are a very powerful speaker, sir. It's a wonder you never made it in Parliament.
Sorry, Bob. Come on, Uncle, don't be cross. Look, come and dine with us tomorrow.
Humbug. Good afternoon.
But why? I ask nothing of you. I want nothing from you. Why can't we be friends?
Good afternoon.
You know, I'm sorry to find you so resolute. But you know, we have never quarrelled before, or at least we've never had any quarrel to which I have been a party. So, a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon.
Happy New Year, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Scrooge and Marley, I believe. Do I have the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Scrooge, and believe me, this isn't a pleasure, I assure you.
At this festive season of the year, it is considered desirable to set aside a small provision for the poor and destitute.
Are there no prisons?
And your prisons, sir?
No, the workhouses, are they all still in operation?
Full capacity, sir.
The treadmill is in full vigour then?
Yes, sadly, although I wish I could say that it was not.
Oh, well, thank goodness me. You see, by the way you were talking, it would appear that something had happened to stop these things in their useful courses.
Well, a few of us are endeavouring to raise a fund for the poor to buy them some meat and drink and a source of warmth. How much can I put you down for?
Nothing.
Oh, you wish to remain anonymous?
I wish to be left alone. Since you ask me what I wish, this is my answer. I don't make merry myself at Christmas. I cannot afford to make idle people merry. I support the institutions I have mentioned. They cost enough. The poor and the needy must go there.
Some would rather die than go there, sir.
Well, if they had better die, then they'd better do it quickly and decrease the surplus population. Good day.
Good day, sir.
Merry gentlemen, let nothing you display. Remember Christ our Saviour was born on Christmas Day. To save us all from Satan's power, we were gone astray.
The clock. It's now half the hour.
We'll be wanting the whole day off tomorrow, I suppose.
If quite convenient, sir.
But it's not convenient and it is not fair. If I were to stop you £0.5 for it, you feel yourself ill-used, I'll be bound. Yet you don't think me ill-used when I pay you a day's wages for no work.
It's only once a year, sir.
It's a wonderful excuse for picking man's pocket every 25th of December. I suppose better the whole day. Be here all the earlier the next tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now lock up when you leave and do not steal. Do
Not
pick it, boy. Be gone with you.
Remember Christ our Saviour was born on Christmas Day. To save us
Well, you're going to be waiting an awfully long time then, aren't you?
Tidings of comfort and joy. Comfort and joy.
Don't open the door.
Tidings of comfort.
Be off with you!
On this night, like every night, Scrooge will make his way to his residence, a dark and dingy place like his own heart. And like every night, he will be greeted by the large front door that stands at the entrance to his residence. Scrooge!
Marley.
Scrooge!
Humbug. Humbug. It's humbug. It's humbug still. I will not believe it.
Scrooge!
Now, what do you want with me?
Much!
Who? What are you?
Say rather who I was.
Oh, you're very particular for a shade, aren't you? Go on then. Who were you?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Yeah.
You don't believe
Can you sit
me.
down?
I can.
Do it then.
You don't believe in me.
I don't.
Why do you doubt the evidence of your senses?
Because a little thing upsets them. Slight sort of the stomach makes us cheek. You are an undigested bit of beef, a crumb of cheese, a blob of mustard, a blob of gravy, a fragment of an underdone potato. There's more gravy than a grave about you, whatever you are.
Do you believe in me?
Yes! Yes, I do, I must! Oh, why do you torment me.
It is required of every man that his spirit should go out into the world, and if it does not do so in life, it will be forced to do so in death, to witness what it cannot share, but might have shared and changed to happiness.
You're changed, Jacob. Why are you bound?
I wear the chains I forged in life. I made them link by link and yard by yard. Would you know the bitter length of that strong coil you bear
I
yourself?
see nothing, Jacob. You are mistaken.
It was fully as long as this. 7 Christmas Eves ago. You have laboured mightily on it since. It is a ponderous train!
Jacob. Have mercy on me, please, Jacob.
I have none to give. I cannot stay. I cannot rest. I cannot linger anywhere. In life I never moved beyond the confines of our counting house. My spirit never went beyond the pit of our money-changing hole.
But I mean, you're always such a good man of business, Jacob.
Business! Mankind was my business! The commonweal was my business. Charity, forbearance, mercy, good fellowship were my business. The day-to-day workings of our counting house were but the smallest drop in the encompassing ocean of my business.
Jacob. Please speak comfort to me. Please, Jacob, please.
You have one chance of redemption.
You're always such a good friend to me. Thank you.
You will be visited by 3 ghosts.
Is that the chance of redemption you are talking of, Jacob?
It is.
I'd rather not.
Without their visit, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread.
Couldn't I just take them all at once and be done with it?
Expect the first tomorrow, when the bell tolls 1. Expect the second on the next night at the same hour. The third upon the next night, when the last stroke of 12 has ceased to vibrate. Look to see me no more. And look that for your own sake you remember what has passed between us.
Jacob. It's just a undigested blob of gravy, beef. It's just and the mustard.
Hark, my friends. Let us listen. The great old bell of the church tower is about to toll. Scrooge, now in a fitful sleep, finds himself awoken, but a solemn tone that was only hours earlier foretold to him.
Ebenezer. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Are you the spirit whose coming has been foretold to me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past.
What is your purpose tonight with me, spirit?
I have come for your welfare.
You see, on that front, I believe a night of unbroken rest may be somewhat more conducive to that end. Thank you.
Your salvation, then. We must take heed. Now, rise and walk with me, Scrooge. We shall fly on the wings of birds. Our destination is far.
Spirit, I am mortal. I am liable to fall.
Bear but a touch of my hand there, and you shall be upheld in more than this.
The darkness and the mist of old London town vanishes before them. It is a clear, cold winter day with snow upon the ground. It could be the next morning, but by some unseen power they had travelled back to another time. the time of Scrooge's youth.
Good heavens. I was bred in this place. I remember this place well. This is my old school.
You recollect the way.
Recollected? I can walk it blindfold. Rob! Andrew, it's me, it's Ebenezer.
These are but shadows of the things that have been. They have no consciousness of us. We have travelled back to a Christmas Eve many years ago. This place is empty now, all but a single solitary child. Do you know him?
Yes. He's me. Look at him. Intent on his reading. Alone, quite alone. His friends have all gone. I was left in this melancholy room.
And now on to adventure. When Cassim's wife saw the piece of gold, her heart sunk. What, exclaimed she, has Ali Baba money so plenty as to measure it? He whom we have always despised for his poverty? Oh, Ali Baba, good, honest Ali Baba. Oh, how I wish you would come and take me away.
Oh boy. I just wish that... No, it's too late for that now.
What is the matter?
Nothing. Tonight, at my place of business, there was a small boy and... I should have been more kind.
Onwards to another Christmas.
Ebenezer! It's me, your dear sister. It's Fanny.
Dearest sister, is it really you? Can it be true?
Dear brother, I've come to bring you home. Dear brother, to bring you home.
Home? Fan?
Yes, home for good and all. Home forever and ever. Father is so much kinder than he used to be. That home's like heaven. He spoke so gently to me that one dear night. I was not afraid to ask him once more if he might come home, and he said yes, you should, and sent me in a coach to bring you. And you were to be a man, and to never come back here. But first, we had to be together all Christmas long, and have the merriest time in all the world.
You're quite a woman, little Fan.
Fanny. I've forgotten how beautiful she was.
Always a delicate girl, whom a breath might have withered. But she had the biggest heart.
Yes, she did.
She died, a woman, and had, as I think, children.
One child.
True. Your nephew.
Yes.
Onwards to another Christmas Eve. Do you recognise it?
Yes, I was apprenticed here. This old Fezziwig alive again.
Yo ho there, Ebenezer, Dick!
Dick Wilkins, to be short, bless me. Yes, very attached to me was Dick. Yeah, well, poor Dick, eh? Oh, terrible, dear.
Yo ho there, boys, no more work tonight. Christmas Eve, Dick, Christmas Ebenezer. Let's have the shutters up before a man can say Jack Robinson. Clear away, my lads, let's have lots of room here. Hello, Dick, cheer up, Ebenezer.
Belle? Oh, my darling Belle.
Hello, Cal. The stars.
Why, Mr. Scrooge, are we so familiar? Did you use my first name such as this?
Sorry.
Oh, come now, Ebenezer. Let's dance and be merry. My father didn't put his party on for naught, did he?
A simple matter to make these silly folks so full of gratitude.
Small.
Is it not? The man has spent but a few pounds of your mortal money, 3 or 4 perhaps. Is that so much that he deserves this praise?
No, it's not that, Spirit. He has the power to make us happy or unhappy. Our service a pleasure or a toil, our burdens light or cumbersome. We'll say that his power lies in words and looks and things so insignificant that it's impossible to count them all up. What then? happiness he gives is quite as free as if it had cost a fortune.
So, my boy, it seems the night may be filled with a little more magic than we first thought, eh?
I'm sorry to presume. I didn't mean to show any improprieties.
Oh, come now, my fine fellow, on a night such as this is how I met Mrs. Fezziwig. Look who's coming.
Father, why are you taking so much of Mr. Scrooge's time? She's not taken enough of it throughout the working week. Be off with you. I see Mother is alone, and May herself is swept off her feet by some other young man if we do not ask her to dance. Let's resume our festivities. Ebenezer, you have much to learn. Your dancing is worse than my father's.
I never got better.
Yes, Ebenezer, less talking and more merry-making. Christmas only comes but once a year, as you know.
What is the matter?
Nothing, Spirit.
My time grows short.
Spirit, please,
Come!
please, before we leave, let's watch Belle a little longer. Please.
Onward then to another Christmas Eve. Just one turn that, if not taken, might not have led you down your current path.
I'm sorry I'm late, my dear. Matters of work for which I had to attend, I trust were not too inconvenienced.
Like most times, I have learned not to expect you to arrive at the time we have agreed. This is as familiar to me now as your punctuality and affections once were.
You think I care not for such things?
It matters little. To you, very little. Another idol has displaced me, and if it can cheer and comfort you in times to come, as I would have tried to do, I have no just cause to grieve.
What idol has displaced you?
A golden one.
Oh, this is the even-handed dealing of the world. There's nothing upon which it falls so hard as poverty. And yet, there is nothing which it seeks to condemn with such severity as the pursuit of wealth.
You fear the world too much. All your other hopes have merged into the hope of being beyond the chance of its sordid reproach. I have seen your nobler aspirations fall away one by one until the master passion gain engrosses you, have I not?
Oh, so what if I am so much wiser than what then? No, I've not changed towards you, have I?
Our contract is an old one. It was made when we were both poor and content to be so, until, in good season, we could change our worldly fortune by our patient industry. You are changed. When it was made, you were another man.
I was a boy.
Your own feeling tells you that you were not what you are. I am. That which promised happiness when we were one in heart is fraught with misery, now we are two. How often and how keenly I have thought of this, I will not say. It is enough that I have thought of it and can release you.
Have I ever sought release?
In words, no.
Well, in what
Never.
then?
In a changed nature, in an altered spirit, in another atmosphere of life, another hope as its great end, in anything that made my love of any worth or value in your sight. If this had never been between us, tell me, would you seek me out and try to win me now? No.
You think not.
Oh, Ebenezer, what a safe and terrible answer, heaven knows! I release you. With a full heart and the love of the man you once were, may you be happy in the life you have chosen.
Spirit, conduct me from this place. Show me no more. Why should you light and torch with me? Ready.
One shadow more.
No more. No more. I don't wish to see. Show me no more.
One more stop before my time here is done.
Father, it's Christmas Eve. Come and play.
Well, darling, I saw an old friend of yours this afternoon.
Oh, who was it?
Guess.
Oh, Tut, I don't know. Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge, indeed it was. I passed by his office window, and as it was not shut up and he had a candle lit inside, I could scarcely help seeing him. His partner, Jacob, lies on the brink of death, I hear. And there he sat, alone. Quite alone in the world, I do believe.
It was at Christmas just as this that we finally parted ways. Well, he made his choice.
And I'm glad he did. Or else we wouldn't have this brood, eh?
Indeed, you are the best of men. I cannot want or imagine any other life.
Spirit, you would like to torture me. Why do you hope to show me these things that have happened?
I told you! These were but shadows of the things that have been, Scrooge. That they are what they are. Do not blame me!
Remove me! I cannot bear it! Leave me alone! Take me back! Take me back!
We are back in Scrooge's chambers, dark and miserable as they ever were. The weight of exhaustion has sent Scrooge in his chair into the deepest of sleeps, deep but filled with fitful dreams, the type of slumber that gives no man any rest.
Scrooge! 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 Come in, man. Time and tide wait for no man.
I intend to.
Come in and know me better. You've never seen the likes of me before, have you?
No, I have not.
You've never walked forth with the other members of my family, namely my elder brothers born in these later years.
No. Can't say I have. Have you had many brothers, Spirit?
More than 1,800.
That is a tremendous family to provide for.
Ha!
Oh, Spirit, well, conduct me when you will. I went forth last night upon compulsion, and I learnt a lesson. But I fear it's working on me now. If you have aught to teach me, let me profit by it.
Touch my robe.
Is there a kind of magic you sprinkle as you walk, Spirit?
There is, my own, to any kindly given, but to a poor one most.
Why to a poor one?
Because it needs it most.
Well, should a man not make his way in the world with ambition and hard work? Are these not the tools that can pull the poor out of their miserable existence? Is it not your kind that teaches us this? Words that have been passed down by our preachers to the pulpits.
There are those among you who claim to know us and our doings, and they are as strange to us as if they had never walked the earth. They carry out their deeds of passion, pride, ill will, hatred and jealousy in our name. Remember this, and charge their doings upon themselves, not us.
Well, anyway, what are we doing here? I don't recognise this place. It's part of London I don't normally frequent.
Let us go inside and see some of those with your so-called tools and see how they survive their miserable existence.
Scrooge enters into the Cratchit's house, where a simple table and chairs are laid out to await him.
Ever got your precious father then? And your brother Tiny Tim? Well, he won his late last Christmas by half an hour.
We had a deal of work to finish up last night, Mother, and clear away in the morning.
Well, never mind, as long as you come. Sit yourself by the fire and warm yourself, my dear. God bless you.
Father's coming. Father and Tim are coming.
We're home. Come, we're home.
It's wonderful to see you, Martha. Father and I walked all the way home, and I didn't have to stop once.
And how did little Tim behave?
As good as gold, and better. Somehow he gets thoughtful, sitting by himself so much. And he says the strangest things you've ever heard. He told me, when walking home, that he hoped people saw him sat in the church.
Because I am a cripple, and it might be pleasant for them to remember upon Christmas Day who made lame beggars walk and blind men see.
Spirit, tell me Tiny Tim will live.
I see a vacant seat in the poor chimney corner, and a crutch without an owner carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, then the child will die.
No, kind Spirit, say he will be spared.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, then none other of my race will find him here. What then? If he be like to die, let him do it and decrease the surplus population.
You shame me. You use my own words against me.
spirit. To be the ant crying out at his brethren in the dust.
Man, if man you be, forbear this wicked cant. You are more strange to us than any others born in this time. To see the insect on the leaf proclaiming on his angry brothers in the dust.
You've outdone yourself, my dear. A goose fit for the king himself.
It's a very small goose.
All Bob Cratchit can afford.
Merry Christmas, my dears. God bless us.
Merry Christmas. God bless us, everyone.
To Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast, I give you Mr. Scrooge.
Founder of the feast indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon. I hope he'd have an appetite for it.
My dear, Christmas Day, the children.
It is Christmas, in which we toast the health of such an odious, stingy, hard, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. You know he is, Robert. No one knows it better than you, poor fellow.
My dear, Christmas Day.
I shan't drink his health, for your sake in the days, not for his. Long life to him. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and very happy, I have no doubt.
Our time here is done. Let us see another celebration.
Yes, I know this place. This is the home of my nephew Fred. It has done very well for himself.
Just getting you guys ready.
Well done, Fred.
Yes. He said that Christmas was a humbug, as I live, and he believed it too.
What's shame for him, Fred?
He is a comical old fellow, that's the truth. And not so pleasant as he might be. However, his offences carry their own punishment, and I've nothing to say against him.
Well, I'm sure he's very rich, Fred. At least you always tell me so.
What's of that, my dear Lily? His wealth is of absolutely no use to him. He does nothing with it. He doesn't make himself comfortable with it.
I have no patience with him.
Oh, I have. I am sorry for him. I couldn't be angry with him if I tried. Who suffers by his ill whims? Himself, always. Yeah, he takes it into his head to dislike us, and he won't come and dine with us. What's the consequence, eh? He doesn't lose much of a dinner.
Indeed, I think he loses a very good dinner.
Did you say something?
No. Fred, his laugh is... It's very much like his mother's. I've never known that till now.
Our time very short. It's time to go.
No, Spirit, look, here's a game. Just 1.5 hour. Please. Okay.
I am thinking of something.
Is it an animal?
Does it live in a cage?
The brisk fire of questioning to which he was exposed elicited from him that he was thinking of an animal, a live animal, rather a disagreeable animal, a savage animal, an animal that growled and grunted sometimes, and talked about and lived in London, and walked about the streets, and wasn't made a show of, and wasn't led by anybody, and didn't live in a menagerie, and was never killed in a market, and was not a horse, nor an ass, nor a dog, nor a cow, nor a bear, nor a bull, nor a tiger, nor a pig, nor a cat, nor a bear. At every fresh question that was put to him, this nephew burst into a fresh roar of laughter, and was so inexpressibly tickled that he was obliged to get up off the sofa and stand.
I know what it is. I found it out, Fred.
What is it?
Your Uncle Scrooge.
That's right. Now, he has given us plenty of merriment, I am sure, and it would be ungrateful not to drink to his health. Here is a glass of mulled wine ready to our hand at the moment, and I say, Uncle Scrooge.
Uncle Scrooge.
A Merry Christmas. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the old man, whatever he is. He wouldn't take it from me, but he may have it nevertheless. Uncle Scrooge.
Uncle Scrooge.
Tonight at midnight, hark, the time is drawing near.
Wait. Who are these children? Where are they coming from?
Oh, look. Look, man, look down here.
Whose are they? The ship's spirits, are they yours?
They are man's, and they cling to me, appealing from their fathers. This child is ignorance. This child is want. Beware them all and all their degree, but above all beware this child, for I see that written upon her brow which is doom, unless the writing be erased.
Are they no refuge? Are they no resource?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?